Weeks ago, I was talking about the $50 million Grow Suburbs Fund. Now that the Mirrabul Council, along with other peri-urban councils, have access to this fund, constituents in the Mirrabul side of my electorate have had access to this same investment. This investment into sport and recreation and community infrastructure already has been well received when Mirrabul received $2.5 million to assist in new facilities for the Darley Football Netball Club last year. Roads connect us to work, school and family. This is even more true for my electorate, with low uptake in public transport and the need for better public transport options for Melton. Many residents own cars at a higher rate than in other areas of Victoria. It is important that our roads are safe and help deliver the needs of our growing suburbs. The Labor government is committed to getting Victorians to where they need to be sooner and safer. That's why the budget invests in local road splits, improving our metropolitan road network and creating even more jobs. This budget will upgrade the existing intersection to a signalised intersection to and from Norton Drive and High Street near the Chemist Warehouse and other retailers, improving safety for pedestrians and drivers. It also includes $12.74 million to replace the existing roundabout at High Street and Coburn Road in Melton, with traffic lights to help improve safety and journey time on this busy stretch of road. This intersection is close to the Woodgrove Shopping Centre and the Melton Secondary College and has been in desperate need of an upgrade as Melton continues to grow. The existing crossing from the Woodgrove side of High Street across to the Melton Secondary School is many metres away from the roundabout. It has always also been a dangerous spot as many drivers come through the roundabout suddenly and are met by the pedestrian crossing. This new investment will be welcome news for parents, students and the many drivers going through this busy intersection. It will also deliver safety and signalisation improvements in Bacchus Marsh at Main Street, Grant Street, Gisborne Road, Griffith Street. The need for better traffic management in Bacchus Marsh has been something that I have advocated for to relieve stress for the Bacchus Marsh residents. I am pleased that this budget commits investment into these improvements for our residents. Roads are important to my electorate. The Western Highway is in need of upgrades and investment for new access for Melton as it continues to expand. I will continue to advocate for more funding for this key piece of infrastructure, not just for Melton, but for the rest of Victorian commuters. I call on the federal government to invest more in upgrading this vital infrastructure link between Melton and the rest of Melbourne. This budget will also invest in works to protect the Ludi, Derg and Werribee rivers, making sure these rivers remain healthy and available for all of our community. I have had extensive discussions with the Mirrabul Council as we deliver better recreation facilities for residents. This is a project the Council has advocated for during our extensive discussions. The Labor government is also investing $465 million through the Victorian Tourism Recovery Package to attract more visitors to regional Victoria, supporting local jobs and making sure more Victorian families can experience the best our state has to offer. This investment into regional Victoria will help more small businesses in Mirrabul see more local tourism, as the Melton electorate is the gateway to the Grampians and the rest of regional Victoria for many Melburnians. This budget and this government's commitment is to help get more Victorians back into work. The Andrews Labor government is setting itself an ambitious target, creating 400,000 new jobs by 2025, half of them by 2022. Our Jobs for Victoria initiative has helped locals in the Melton electorate to find a new job, and with it, security, stability and certainty. This investment includes $250 million to partner with employers to cover the wages of at least 10,000 new workers. Those positions have been for Victorians hardest hit by this pandemic, including women, young people, retrenched workers and people who have been on long-term unemployed. I attended at the Melton Botanic Gardens a couple of weeks ago with the Minister for Employment in the other house to meet 4 young people doing great work under the Jobs for Victoria program. Those young people were pleased to have that opportunity to do that work at the Botanic Gardens. I'm also happy to see this government through this budget continue to support workers, especially vulnerable workers, many of whom are my constituents. Victorians should never have to choose between going to work sick and losing wages, especially amid a pandemic. I'm so proud that the Labor government will invest $5 million to develop a new secure work pilot scheme. Once in place, the 2-year pilot will provide up to 5 days of sick and carers pay at the national minimum wage for casual or insecure workers in priority industries. This is fantastic news, not just for these workers, but for all of us to keep our communities fair, healthier and safer. I would like to also highlight that the budget will help nearly 1 million families save hundreds on their power bills. Concession card holders, such as Victorians receiving job seeker payments, will be eligible for a one-off $250 payment to help cover the cost of their energy bills. My electoral officers, Diane, Greg and Nathan, have been assisting many constituents. They have been going out to local retirement villages and aged care facilities to assist those constituents in filling in their applications for this energy saver bonus. Housing has been a key concern for me and many of my Western Metro MPs. The pressures of housing is something that all our officers deal with regularly. Families in the West need better access to safe and affordable housing. That's why I'm thrilled that this budget and this government is also delivering the biggest investment in public and community housing in Australia ever, and that's $5.3 billion. This investment will build more than 12,000 new homes, making sure that thousands of Victorians have a place to call home, and 1,000 more Victorians have a job. The City of Melton is a priority area for investment, with procurement starting straight away to build new homes. Moorabool will also benefit from this investment with a guaranteed minimum investment of $20 million. This is such a smart investment, especially at this time. You will be hard-pressed to find someone who didn't support this announcement. The construction jobs this creates is phenomenal. When industry groups for builders and social support services are in agreement, you know that this budget has delivered for Victorians. I would like to thank the Western MPs Homelessness Working Group for all their efforts on housing in the West and the continued work that they do. This budget supports families and will make kinder free in 2021 and deliver outside school hours care at up to 400 extra schools, saving parents money and giving them greater flexibility when it comes to work and care. Taking the pressure off working families is essential to economic recovery. Many Victorians have taken advantage of the Labor government's offering of the $200 vouchers to encourage families to take a break in regional Victoria. And I believe that now that voucher project or program has been extended to metropolitan Melbourne, which will generate productivity and obviously retain jobs. The scheme is supporting local economies and local jobs throughout the summer and beyond and throughout this year. A further $235 million will build our recovery workforce, creating 500 new jobs across mental health, family violence, health and child protection. This is a budget to repair, recover and make us stronger than ever before. I want to thank the Premier, the Treasurer and all the ministers for delivering for the Melton electorate and for all Victorians.